Hey everyone, so I just wanted to start doing some quick tutorials on the Facebook group here to show people just some of the things that I do to use Java to its full potential and just kind of share some of the knowledge that I've gained using it in the last 4 years. If you have any materials that you'd like to see, anything that you're struggling with in Java that you'd like some help with, feel free to send me a message or you can make a post on here and just make sure to tag me, Janine Chambers, to make sure that I'm getting to it as quickly as I can. And it'll give me some ideas of what kind of help you guys are needing. So today's tutorial, I guess, is on the work request form. I feel that this is really an underutilized tool by most businesses. And basically, it's just an additional way that your customers can contact you, and it works for you around the clock. So if you're only open 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, or that's when your phones are being answered, obviously some of you may have a 24-hour service. But if you are closed in the evenings or the weekends, this is just a way that your customers can reach out to you. They don't have to wait until your business hours, and they can just send their requests through. Obviously, it's not great for people that need immediate assistance. So maybe for an HVAC company where they're not able to wait because they have no heat or no air conditioning. Obviously, this isn't the ideal route to go. So this is for more of installs or just general work that could be done, that they'd need a quote for the work. So I'll just get in here. I'm going to start right from the dashboard, show you how to find the requests, how to update the requests. We'll go through the different types of information that you can include and how to optimize that and how to make it work for your business. So to access your work request, there is a basic one that's already set up for you that you can add to your contact page or embed on your website if you have a Grow plan. If you are on the Connect plan, you can just copy the link. You can add it to buttons on your website. You can add it to your Facebook page, but I'll show you how to do all of that as well in this tutorial. So if you go into your settings, click settings again, and then down on the left-hand side under client communication, you click requests. And up in the top here where it asks if you'd like to customize your form, just click on the box here. So the first portion of the form gives you a space to add a short description of your services or follow-up details. I like to put in here, thanks for reaching out. Give us 24 hours to process your request. Just let people know that it isn't something that's going to be checked immediately, although I would recommend checking your requests every morning and just throughout the day and making sure that you're getting back to people as quickly as possible. So you could just put something like, thank you for your request. Please allow up to 24 hours for a response. Again, you can put whatever you want in here. It is a long form box, so you can put as much information in there as you like. So the contact details, these are all pre-populated. They're already in here. You can't edit this portion of the form. Why this is great is that customers can add their own information. This prevents typos or people not getting information in during a phone call. These request forms can also be filled out after a phone call if you're doing any phone outsourcing. If you have this on your website, the person answering your phones can fill out this request right on your website and submit it, and it's done. The service details. So starting at this section, you can customize this form however you like. This is just how Java recommends the information that you have on there. So service details, basically you're just asking the customer what kind of service they would like. If you want just a free form answer in here where they just tell you what they're looking for and then you try and place that information, you can get as detailed as you like in here. So if you were to change this to service options, you can basically condense your entire website into this one work request form. So that's great because it gets in front of the person filling out the request form in case they haven't reviewed your whole website or they're unfamiliar with your business and your services. This is just an easy way to get all of that information out in front of them when they're qualified to buy. So you can add check boxes. You could say that you offer mowing services. So this could be weekly, bi-weekly. And to add an option, you just click the button. You can make this list as long as you like. You could do on call. This button here is whether that information is required. I don't recommend making anything required, just it really halts the process. You want to make this as easy as possible for the customer. Of course, some customers won't fill it out the way that you would like them to, and that's fine. Just try and leave it as easy to fill out and submit as possible. So there's check boxes. You can leave a short answer. So if let's say you want to know whether the grass has been maintained up to this point. So you could ask, how long is the grass currently? These are just suggestions on the fly here. Don't feel like you should use these if you're a landscaping company. Just use this form to collect the information that you would normally collect on a phone call. So if you were booking a mowing call, obviously you're going to ask how long the grass is currently. You might let them know certain details about how to book or what your availability is in this form. Long answer. So obviously this would be more for more complex jobs, or if you feel like the customer might have more details to give. And then a drop down. If you do decide to use a drop down menu, use just a dash in the number one space so that it doesn't automatically populate these fields for you. So if we did mowing again, we leave number one blank, then do weekly. We'll add another option so that we can have the same menu. On call. And we're going to leave that required field as off. This portion of the form here, they call an online booking section. Obviously, it doesn't tie into your calendar directly. It doesn't allow people to book an appointment. It allows them to give you an option of when would work best for them. So if you want to use this option, you can just have it as they have it set up here. Sorry. And then, if there's preferred arrival times. So if you don't do evening calls, you can simply delete that. You can add options. You can change the name on these options. So if you would rather have mid-morning, mid-afternoon, break it down a little bit differently, or, maybe if you can't make the first two dates work, you could have alternatives there that people could choose from. And then you can always add more sections down here at the bottom. And then in these three dots, you can move the section up. You can move the section down. Within the service options category that we've made here, you can move these up and down throughout the section as well if you want to place it, or because you are only allowed to have one work request form, sometimes what I recommend is if you have multiple services that are seasonal, having your current services up at the top of the form and then working your way down towards ones that maybe aren't in season. And then you can just move those sections up and down as you need to. And you can change this a couple times a year. Unfortunately, you can't really save a template. So maybe take screenshots of the form itself in between seasons. You can quickly update it back and forth. And it's just really nice to have this on your website or your social media page. So it's just always working for you, always collecting those leads. And then even if a customer doesn't book with you, you'll at least have their email address that you can use for email marketing, you'll have their address if you ever do like direct mailing to certain addresses, or if you'd like to add that person to your marketing campaigns in any way. Basically, you'll have everything you need for that. You'll have their phone numbers. Typically, everyone uses their text or their cell phone numbers now. So if you do any text marketing, you can use it that way as well. You can add as many options as you want. I'll show you how this looks to the customer. So now that this is all the editing parts are gone, it allows the customer to provide the information that you need to do the job. You can have these check boxes. This is the short answer question we put in. This blank box is because I didn't put a question in the long answer. And then this is your drop-down menu. So there's the 3 options here. Okay, so if we want to say update form, I'll take out the ones that I didn't answer the question to because it's flagging it as an issue. I'll have to delete this section as well, so that can be found in the 3 dots. So we'll click update form. Hopefully it'll work this time. And we'll go back to our request settings. So down here, because this is a grow plan, it gives me the option to embed on the form directly on the website. So instead of clicking a button or following a link, it'll just show as an actual page on your website. If you have your web developer do that, or if you can add that to your own websites, you can click view embed options and it'll give you a code here. You can also maintain your branding by choosing what color your button preview is or what color the button appears on your site. So if you want it to be black, you just put in that hex code or whatever color codes that you have. And then you just click update, and that's how it'll appear on your website when people are looking at it. And then for link options, this gives you the option to have links. I use these for the buttons on the website. So you'll obviously have a button set up on your page saying book now or request now, and then you can just copy the URL, place it behind that link or the button, and then this is a code specifically for Facebook if you want to add that to your book now button on your Facebook page. So we'll copy the URL. We'll go to a fresh browser here. So once this link is clicked, it'll take them right to your work request form on your website. So hopefully that was helpful. If you have any other questions, sorry, I know this recording was a little rough. I'm new to doing the how-to videos, so just please give me some patience there. I'd love to hear from you what you'd like more help with in Jobber. Otherwise, I'll just kind of pick and choose things that the tools that I find helpful. If there's anything that you would like to see kind of industry specific or ideas how you could implement it in your industry, please feel free to comment or make a post, or like I said, just send me a message if you'd like, and I'll try and get those up for you.